Hey guys, it's Sally, and yes, I do wear witchy vibes year-round. Any real witchy vibe girl knows that you just dress like this all year round. Doesn't matter that it's 92 degrees out today. I really wanted to wear this witchy vibing shirt, so that's what I did. Hey guys, I'm Ellie and welcome back to my channel. Today is Tag Tuesday, so I'm doing a tag for you guys, and today's tag is so much fun because it is the Halloween in July tag. I'm assuming this is based around like Christmas in July, but hence we all know Halloween is way better. That's why we're doing this tag. I was tagged by Julie over at Pages and Pens, and I just love her so freaking much. So make sure you go and check her video out. This was originally created over on Instagram, and I'm going to leave the creator's Instagram down below. Make sure that you also check that out. Okay? Don't know what just happened here. Probably gonna sweat to death during this video because this hat is not breathable either. Question number one is, what book gave you the creeps? For this, I'm going with Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. This book was so, how do I want to say this, grotesque. The things that are done to people, to mostly women, in this book are so terrifying and just disgusting and disturbing, and I think I was mostly just like overall terrified of the idea that this could actually happen, that there's people in your life that you might not actually know, down their dark secrets and stuff, and that this is something that probably happens all the time. We don't realize it. Like, there's these serial killers that do these awful things to women. Like, it was just such, and it goes into like great detail about what has happened to these women. So, yeah. It also made me really worried about porn and the things that people are into. So that book gives me the creepy creeps all over. Number two, what book gives you the best Halloween vibe? Anyone that doesn't say Goosebumps is just like disowned from my life. Goosebumps is by far, like, I just want to read all of them every Halloween. I normally only get around to a few of them. I know Richard does like a Goosebumps along kind of thing where they watch the movies and read the books, and I did do that last year. I believe we read three Goosebumps, and one was Phantom of the Auditorium. I really would love to just read one of these every Halloween season. They're really quick to get through. They're just so much fun. I loved them as a kid. I really want to collect more of them. I've been looking for them at used bookstores, and it's like I know that they're kind of dumb. Like, I see everything coming, but they're still so much fun. I even have one that's like choose your own adventure or something. Yeah, choose from 20 different scary endings. Okay, because who doesn't want 20 ways to die? Number three is, what is your favorite vampire book, and are you all ready? Because I'm about to be real freaking honest with you, and I have a feeling you ain't gonna like it. Here it is. My deepest, darkest secret for you all is that I freaking love the Twilight series. I've made fun of this book in the past, but I gotta say, this book is what got me back into reading. I know that that's true for a lot of people here on BookTube. This was a fantastic series to binge read, even though that is not how I got to do it. I had to wait for all the books and go to all the midnight releases, but I just gotta say, there's just something about this vampire world and just like the really strange romance that really got to 13-year-old me. And I still, to this day, when I think vampires, this is what I think of. I tried to find other vampire books, nothing really compared to this. So for someone who says they like paranormal stuff, I read a whole lot of none of it. Like, if you're not okay with that answer, I will say I am Down Among the Sticks and Bones also has a little bit of a vampire element to it. So that one is fantastic as well, or more fantastic, I guess. Number four, what book scared you so much you had to sleep with the lights on? I do not pick up scary books on purpose. It is not my like thing. I do not go out and search for books that will terrify me. That's just, no, I don't want that. I don't like that. I don't like being scared, okay? I'm scared on a daily basis of the dumbest things. I don't need actual scary things. For this, though, one of the scariest things that I've read in my life, and I think about way more often than I still should, is a short story that is in Slasher Girls and Monster Boys. The rest of this anthology was kind of so-so, kind of just a more like adult versions of scary stories to tell in the dark. However, In the Forest, Dark and Deep by Carrie Ryan is by far some of the most terrifying shit I've ever read in my life. I'm just gonna, there it is. It's terrifying. And I just remember being like, I still think about it and I just get cold chills. Like, it was so creepy. If you can, maybe just go to your library, check out a copy just to read that story. I don't really think there's maybe like 3 other stories in this anthology that make it worth it, but other than that, the rest of them are kind of But that story could have just been published on its own somewhere, and I just watch everyone else is gonna read it and be like, Allie, you are a wimp. Although I have also had nightmares about Ursula Monkton from Ocean at the End of the Lane before. Ursula Monkton haunts my dreams. Just that name, Ursula Monkton, puts fear into my heart sometimes. I kind of want to name a cat that. Number 5, that's 10. Number 5, what is your favorite book about witches or goblins or ghosts or demons? And the one I'm going with has a little bit, I think it has witches and demons, and that is Hex Hall. This is a series, I only read the first one, but I do plan on continuing at some point because the first one was so much fun. It's like a kind of really super cheesy teen book, but it was just so addictive. I just was pulled into this world about this girl that goes to this school that is specifically for like witches and the supernatural, just because she's done a little too much damage at the schools that she has gone to. So she goes there, but while she's like trying to like fit in, there are these murders that are happening like on her floor and stuff, so they're trying to figure out what the hickety heck is going on. And there is some, I think the second one is called Demon Glass or something, so I'm assuming demons come into play at some point. I do think that they do some like rituals to bring demons and such. So it was so much fun. I think it's so underrated, and if you're just looking for like a quick, easy, just really addictive read, that is a fantastic read. And I know Dylan the reader agrees with me. Like, we fangirled over that series because it is just so much fun. I don't know what is up with the hands today. This is my spell casting on you all. Apparently I don't know. Number 6, what book do you wish was scarier than it really was? Coraline was possibly one of the most boring books that I have ever read, and if you've ever seen the movie, you know how freaking creepy the movie is. The movie is so freaking creepy. I was terrified the first time I watched it, and I was 21, and it's a kids movie. But I read the book last year thinking it was gonna be kind of scary, kind of spooky, ooky scary, and it wasn't at all. It was really boring. The movie is just so much more creepy than the book is. The book just like was pretty bland. It was kind of skipped all over the place, so I didn't really know what was going on anyway. I didn't think the other mother was described as creepily as it should have been. Like, it just wasn't as good, okay? And then the last one is, what's your favorite book that takes place in October? I even had to do a Google search, books that take place in October, and nothing I've ever heard of comes up. I can't think of any off the top of my head except for one, and only because one event happens on Halloween, and that's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. We all know they have these big Halloween celebrations. It's wonderful, it's amazing, and we know about the troll in the dungeon. So this has got to be favorite book that takes place in October at some point, because the troll in the dungeon is iconic, because that's how our trio becomes a trio. My little heart. I think back sometimes and I'm like, oh, when their lives were so much simpler. I swear I'm totally sober for this video right now. That was the Halloween in July book tag. I hope that you guys have liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to see future Tag Tuesday videos from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.